Oh, man, I hate Mondays.
Nah, man, it's Tuesday.
Wait. What day is it?
You know what day it is. Tuesday. Brewsday Tuesday.
Oh, yeah! Grab a cold one. It's Brewsday Tuesday, brought to you by the Cellar and Six Pack Store. Here's DreZ and Big Nate.
That sound does indeed confirm it. It
Late
is
to the party.
Brewsday Tuesday, brought to you by the Cellar Restaurant and Six Pack Store in downtown Blacksburg, where I can vouch. I went and saw Mikey the other day, and that is where this beer did indeed come from. I was asking him about it. I told him, I was like, we're doing a show about lawn-mowing beers. You know, beers that are easy, light drinking, that you can have obviously a few of them in the hot sun and stuff in that regard. And he had a couple recommendations, and we'll get to that in a little bit. But this is one that I grabbed because immediately when I saw it, I was just like, oh, I know that that's a good session-esque beer, very flavorful and delicious. And it's pretty readily available, too. The Golden Road Brewing Company's Mango Cart. It's a mango wheat ale. Easy, like I said, light drinker, and only 4%. So this is one that I think you could probably be sipping on for if you got one of those big yards where you're going to be mowing all day. This is one you can drink right along with it.
It's interesting that you chose a Golden Road. There's one that it must have been limited edition. I haven't really done the deepest research, but it was a cucumber jalapeno sour, and it came from Golden Road. And for like one summer, it was on the store shelves, and I was able to grab it. And that was my like mow the lawn, hop in the pool. So you finish mowing the lawn, immediately hop in the pool, crack open one of those. Oh man! And I do love Golden Road, so I'm intrigued to see your feelings on this mango cart. I grabbed one, so this wasn't my initial choice, but this is another solid. I have a pretty decent rotation of lawnmower beers because I hate mowing the lawn so much that I've got to make it fun somehow. So
make it tolerable.
So I had a backup. This is the Wicked Weed Brewing Appalachia Session IPA, and for this one, I mean obviously it's a Session IPA. It's 4.7% ABV. It's one of those. It just feels outdoorsy, just based on the label presentation and the way you're drinking it. So I naturally just kind of gravitate towards this one.
So, you know, you said that's a Session IPA. It's actually, you know, that's a higher ABV than this beer here, which I guess they wouldn't really say it's a Session wheat ale. I guess Session comes with IPAs. Do they have Session stouts? Is that? I feel like it's only pretty much a word or a description as a light ABV'd IPA.
I do wonder. It does seem like one of those things that kind of does only apply to IPAs. I haven't seen it anywhere else.
Yeah.
I mean, there's not because I mean, Imperial Stout's usually like a much higher, an Imperial IPA. They're a much higher ABV, so Imperial's got to be like the opposite of Session. And
but you can see, Imperial gets thrown around on a lot of other beer. A lot of beers, different beers can have Imperial, but I can't think of any. I don't think I've ever come across like, oh, this is a Session insert here.
The other thing I wonder is if there's something lower than Session. Like if you get like a Framboise, those are like 2.5%. That's damn near being an NA beer.
Well, NA is definitely it's a whole different category, I suppose. Yeah. But yeah, you're right. There are a few that are less than that. But that's what I was going to get to next was, what do you think is defined as Session? It's got to be, you think, below 5%?
I think below 5. I think anything that you would just be able to easily come by in like Wisconsin or one of those blue law states would probably be defined as a Session. So I guess Mickey's counts.
Yeah, like I guess like Utah, or no, where were we?
That's right, Utah. Salt Lake City has the weird, you have to go across state lines to get anything higher than like, I think it's 5, maybe 5.2.
It might even be 4. Like, so, well, what was weird about Utah was it was something funny, like in the bar on draft, it couldn't be higher than like 4% or something like that. But you could get a bottle of something that's 6% or whatever, you know. It was just on draft, I think, was the caveat to that, whatever loophole, weird rules.
We didn't stay in Utah on our cross-country trip. We kind of just drove on through, stopped off. I think we stopped at like some shopping mall to say we did it. But everything I know about Salt Lake City and Utah comes from the movie SLC Punk. Have you ever seen that one with
of course.
Matthew Lillard?
So
that's
years,
the only
but
reason
man.
I know about their like weird beer rules, because I'm pretty sure a lot of those still hold.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, that movie was, I mean, I remember that one from, I feel like high school or something.
Yeah.
So it's been out a while. So I don't know if stuff has changed. In fact, with beer laws, believe it or not, beer laws have had some progress and movement in the last couple decades. So it could very well be a little bit outdated at this point, but we digress. The reason why we're talking session ales is because you do think that if you're going to be out mowing the lawn, you want something lighter because you're sweating, you're getting dehydrated. Yeah. And I guess, in theory, I guess really all beer isn't really helping that case. But if it's lighter, it feels like it's helping.
It's refreshing.
Least. Yeah, exactly.
Have you ever had the experience? Because I mean, you're familiar with mowing a bigger lawn. Have you ever had that experience where you're drinking the whole time you're mowing, and like all of a sudden towards the tail end, you just stop caring altogether? Like, I just want to get this grass mowed the hell down. One of your wheels gets knocked off balance. You've got like crazy lines in the yard.
Yeah. Well, honestly, so truth be told, I guess in my mind, I think of a lawnmower beer. I picture being on a riding lawnmower, cup holder, and one day I'll get there.
That's the dream.
It is the dream. But I mean, and I did, back my folks' house, before I was even in college, it was a big enough yard to have a riding lawnmower. Obviously, I wasn't drinking beer when I was doing it or anything. So honestly, truth be told, like with the push, I don't have like a cup holder on it. I don't actually use or drink a beer as I'm mowing the lawn.
See, I strategically place them around the yard like Easter eggs, and I do the yard section by section.
Just, like,
that's what you do. So
do
like
a lap, swig. Okay,
for
that makes
instance, our
sense.
house, I'll open one, put it on the side of the front porch. I'll open another. I'll put it on top of the AC compressor, and then a third is hiding in the back of the yard. So, I mean, that's the other thing is there's no way to gauge exactly, because a lot of times at least one or two of them will still have beer in it at the end of mowing that section. It's like, all right, so you've got to reshuffle.
Okay.
It's all about strategic placing.
No, now I see what you're. All right, now if we're playing that game, there's probably definitely a pattern to it that you could place some certain spots. Because, when you think about it, you're only going to, in theory, you go by once and you don't want to go too far off. You can't leave your mower because then it gets undone. You got to start it again.
I've seen where you live, and I know all of the best places at your house. I've got a plan. I could walk you through it.
You could probably help in that department.
I could walk you through it.
But yeah, I mean, that's really is the dream though, is to one day you have the riding lawnmower and then you can just cruise, even have like a little cooler on there, your cup holder, and just knock it all out. Because initially I was thinking, it wouldn't be that hard to get one of those cup holders you can latch to the side. But the problem is if you got the vibrating,
vibrates if your lawn's not properly graded,
or if you're like ours and you got any sort of a hill where you got to like the mower's on its side basically to do it, it's just not gonna work.
I feel like science is way behind on cup holders.
Yeah, there should be a way, like kind of like how you can have the cameras that no matter what you're moving it stays level.
Well, they've got
how do they not?
And
have
then
that
I'm thinking
for
like they've
beer?
got snack cups for toddlers, so they're not like spilling their crackers or goldfish everywhere, and it's gyroscopic. The thing rotates. Why can't they just design something like that clips onto my push lawnmower? That's $1 million idea, and we
would be good.
just came up with it. We just got to name it and register it.
Yeah, patent pending, everybody.
Don't steal our idea.
We could talk a little bit more about some beers and that go along with lawn mowing. I know the next round will be a little bit different for both beers. I don't want to give too much away, but first things first, let's go ahead and untap these. Golden Road's Mango Cart. Now, I said this before. This is full disclosure. I've had this beer many a times before because, like I said, we wanted to pick something that's good, light, a good lawn mowing beer. And
drinkability.
This beer is, it's got the mango, which is nice, and that almost leads me more to it being more of a poolside, beachside, that kind of a day drinker where you got a pool. That being said, it's not much better than after mowing a yard being able to jump into a body of water to cool off. So they do kind of go hand in hand in that regard. But the Mango Cart, man, it is delicious. The aroma on this thing, as soon as you pop it, man, it just screams mango. It's as designed, a nice light wheat, a great beer to drink This is one of those ones where, like, yeah, if you're out at a music festival, you're going to be out in the sun all day. This is just a fantastic, delicious session beer, whether you're mowing the lawn, in the mosh pit, or just chilling beachside. I highly recommend it. This is probably a 4.75 in my book, almost a 5. This is just such a good beer. Obviously, if it had a higher ABV, it would get a little bit more ranking for me, but for what it is, that's not what they're going for. And if you're looking for something lighter, this is a fantastic choice.
So this is a problem for me, and I probably shouldn't have picked this one, but it became a go-to after my honeymoon because we actually went to Wicked Weed Brewing, and this has just consistently been a staple whether or not I'm mowing the lawn. But I'm hard-pressed. Of course, as we all know, Bell's has the Two-Hearted Ale, which is the coveted 5 for an IPA. But I think I'm allowed to.
It's a bit steep for a lawnmower beer.
This is a session IPA, though. I think I'm going to give it a 4.75.
Yeah.
Because being a session IPA, you do lose a little bit of it's not going to be hopped as long. It's not going to be as potent. It's not designed for that, but it's a delicious, solid beer. If you're mowing a lawn, you can't go wrong. Grab a 6-pack and place them around your yard like Easter eggs. Pretty solid drink.
Yeah, super solid. And, of course, that's on the Untapped scale, how we like to keep track and rate our beers. You can friend us on there. DreZ Drinks is my handle. Big Nate Danger sits across from me. You can also type in Horror Show Radio just to confuse you a little bit. We'll take a quick break, and then we'll go in a couple different directions with our next choices on lawnmower beers here. It's Brewsday Tuesday on 105.3 The Bear. Stick around.